Hi guys, I don't know what this thing is. How do I change that? Oh hey. I was gonna put a filter on here, but maybe not. I have no idea. I'm just gonna take it off. Okay, hello, welcome everyone. This has been an adventure to even come on here live. When life happens and technology stuff happens, you pivot, right? So here we are. I'm pivoting. I'm using my phone instead of streaming in from Zoom, even though that's how I like to do it, because I can just easily upload it to YouTube. And so this is a whole thing, but I trust that this is gonna work out and it's gonna be exactly how it's meant to be. So just go ahead and take a deep breath with me. Resetting the energy for the space. I thought I would come on here live. My name is Boston, by the way, if you're new to this group. Hello, welcome. I thought I would come on here. I just got done exercising. I'm all sweaty and gross, but you know, I really had to do some other things outside. And so you know what? I said, fuck it, right? Like, hi, Rachel. I said, fuck it. I do not have to get ready. I can show up exactly as I am. I don't need to change myself for other people to approve of me or validate the way I look. Like, I get to do that from myself, and I determine my worth, right? And so that's the energy I'm bringing here. I'm going to be talking from the heart, and let's dive into it. Hello, Rachel. I'm so glad you're here. So welcome to the Holistic Mystic Show. My name is Boston. I am a spiritual life coach. I am a shamanic Reiki healer, and I'm really here to help empaths and light workers to do the inner work and to cultivate themselves, cultivate their intuitive gifts so that they can become a vibrational match to that version of themselves that they dream about, that version of themselves that manifests that highest timeline. And so this week on the Holistic Mystic Show, we're going to be talking about owning who you are so that no one can sway you. And if I were to come on here and be all dolled up, and that would be coming from this space, from an inauthentic space, right? And so I wanted to be vulnerable. I wanted to be transparent, because how can I sit here and teach that and share that if I'm not acting on those things as well? So if you're watching live, go ahead and share us in the comments, say hello. If you're watching the replay, drop a hashtag replay, and we're going to get started. You needed this? Perfect. I needed to be reminded of this as well. You know, they say if whatever you teach, you have to fully learn it yourself. And so, yeah, so I'd love to know how you guys are doing. Let me know how you're feeling after all of these astrological changes and events in the world. I feel like I finally have some peace. My life personally has been in some major construction over the last 6 months. If you're new to me, then you can go read all of my stuff that I post. I'm an open book. I like to share the behind the scenes. If you've been following my journey, then you know, right? Like, it's been navigating pivot after pivot and truly discerning where spirit wants me, where am I going to be the most of service. And so the new moon that we just had, it brought so much clarity for me, for you guys. However, I'm still very much in this fertile void of feeling where I'm not quite 100% sure of what my next steps are, right? I can feel spirit impregnate me with these seeds of joy, abundance, relationships. I'm talking to family members I haven't talked to in a while. And it's really this journey of rediscovering over and over in every seasons of our lives, like where we're gonna be. Hi Autumn, so glad you could make it. I'm experimenting at different times, so I think that this is a good time also. I was just recently on vacation and I was away for 2 weeks. I did pop in the office like a couple times, but I am over here back in the office. Like, I just put in like so many hours and I am like, no, I am not doing this again. I am not showing up 10 hours a day glued to my computer. Like, I am going to figure this shit out because that is not sustainable. And so I'm on this journey of figuring out what is my pleasurable workflow. How can I truly live a no rush life, right? And so I'm coming to you from this space of I am also very much learning. Spirit is working on me, and I'm in this space of getting to know myself better and not people pleasing anymore, right? Like, I want to show up from a space of who I am. And so now more than ever, you guys, there's so much noise in the online space. I see this importance of transparency, right? And so this is my dream. This is my life. This is my passion. I'm in it for the long haul. And there's no rush to get to the end goal. And there isn't for you either. If you're chasing goal after goal, I invite you to look in the mirror. Why are you chasing these goals? What is your motivation behind wanting to achieve A, B, or C? And I promise this is going to make sense for what we're talking about. Have you stopped and looked at that? And if you're on live, you're watching in the Facebook group, drop it in the comments. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and drop it in the comments and I see them. I'll respond to them. Hey, Christine. When you show up for yourself, when you show up to your work, especially if you are a spiritual entrepreneur, you're a healer, a coach, a change maker, how are you showing up? Is it for the accolades? For the status, the ego, a need to prove yourself, a need and a way to validate yourself or fill in this void inside? The last few weeks, I have really been, and speaking from experience, because I have really been looking and taking a hard look in the mirror, why I have been showing up. I speak from personal experience that it can get so easy to fall into this rat race of building an empire or whatever standards it is nowadays that fuels this capitalistic, consumeristic drive for the coaching and healing industry for us to succeed, right? Whatever the new goal is in society and in this space. Rachel says, this past year has been much a reset and reimagine type of thing. Now it's spring and it finally feels time and okay to get the groove thing back. Yeah, being under construction is so difficult. I totally feel that. I totally get it. Yeah, when you take a look at yourself, right? Like, let's just all take a minute to take a look at the bigger picture. Remember why we're here. Why do we want to better ourselves? Maybe you're here to help better those around us. And if your end goal is not to make a career out of being a healer, right? We all have the capacity and the responsibility to influence those around us. If you're in this group, I know that is on your heart. Autumn, I'm burning out from trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing and not doing, because I'm not doing what I want at a higher personal level. I'm just in survival mode. Yep, I feel you. I hear you. Sorry. This is a new thing for me with doing it on the phone. I know if you're watching this is really important to look at. I know the kind of people that I attract. And we must allow our intuition to lead us. We must allow our heart to run the show. So what does that look like for you? If you're in this group, if you're in my sphere, if you're watching this, you are being called to stand in integrity and to honor your truth. So what is your truth? When was the last time you let your truth guide your decisions? Let me know in the comments. These are the important questions and the work required to be a leader in this new earth that we are all creating together, right? I can't be the only one who shows up. You have to show up. And why are you showing up? Because there is no more room for watered down versions of you or being complacent to the unhealthy habits that you have been gripping onto. What kind of leader do you want to be? Yes, the layers that have presented to heal or fall away have been mind-boggling. Oh, there's so much shedding, personally and on collective. Yes. What are the characteristics that you want others to see in you? We're going to come full circle here in just a moment. Because this is the true legacy. Not how much you make in your business or the amount of people liking your stuff or looking perfect. You gotta like you. And you gotta do this for you. Because the fire's gotta be burning within you in order to inspire anyone. So who have you been lately? Who have you been? There are so many people disconnected from who they are right now. This current version of you. When you know yourself so well, you will be so in touch with the actions that you take, the thoughts you have, if they are you or not you, right? Have you taken a moment to really figure out who you are right now? Not who you were 6 months ago, not who you were 2 years ago. Do you even like the same things? What about the music you listen to, the food you eat, TV shows, people? Do you feel safe around the people you have in your life? Or do you need to put up boundaries so that you can be a better version of yourself? Because this is all, this journey, this life, this remembrance, this journey of transforming and healing ourselves and growing, this is all an act of self-love. This is a matter of developing self-trust. And I'm going to ask you a question and answer honestly in the chat. Are you happy with the choices you've been making? In the different areas of your life? Your health, your finances, relationships. What are the other ones? Self-growth or self-care. That's probably a separate category. The more we listen to and honor that still small voice inside, the louder it becomes. And the more we shove it down, we turn off our intuition. So in order to connect to this inner guiding force that's within us, we have to learn how to listen to it. We have to know it so well. Like, I know people say like the back of your hand, but like, I don't know how often I look at my hands. Like, we have to know who we are at every stage. So some of the things that I highly suggest making, like, this is crucial. This will make or break everything. Is to sit in self-reflection. Just to sit with yourself. Okay, Autumn says, definitely in a different mode lately, and so much has fallen away that I'm like, whoa, what's left? Yeah, and sometimes we shed and shed and shed, and then we're left in this raw, vulnerable space. And what's great about this is that we can remold that. We can mold ourselves into someone new. But if we don't take a time to look at the materials we're working with, then we don't know how to move forward. And then when someone comes and they have expectations or opinions, or they want you to do something and you want to say no so badly, but you say yes because that's who, the old version of you used to do or used to be, then we can easily fall back into those old patterns. And then this new molding that we have just keeps being the same, and we have the same life lessons come. How many of you have had the same specific lesson show up in your life over and over? I know I have. So the more we sit in self-reflection, the more that we get to know our thoughts, how we feel about something, the way our body responds in stressful moments, when we're excited, when we're feeling scared and small, when we start to feel expansive. Right? Like, you might have a different reaction than the way I react to certain things. And it might show up in my heart. And for you, it might show up in your stomach. For me, it's like my shoulders. When I'm tense, all of my anxiety goes into my shoulders. All of it. Yes and no. What are you saying? Oh, what are we saying yes and no to? Okay. Rachel, I'm very pleased about what is being built and the things I've been working to align with. However, it feels like it is moving faster than my ability to regulate. Yeah, I can see that. I can totally understand that. So I'm trying to ground my personal practice ever having. Yeah, everything totally, especially moving. Okay, let's look at when we move in a physical location, right? We literally pull up and uproot everything and put it in a different location, right? So we have to regulate everything. We have to solidify and build a whole new foundation. So, self-awareness work. I love to, hey, you guys have like a little thumbs up. That's so cute. Did I do that? Maybe I did that. My altar, non-negotiable practice, non-negotiable. I have to sit at my altar multiple times a week. If I don't, I am a wholly different, complete different person, right? And I do journal work at my altar. I, do affirmations. I work with tapping, all the modalities, but some of the most transformational things I've ever done is just to sit at my altar, connect into my body, connect into my heart, and feel how I'm feeling in the moment, and process everything that's happened in my life and integrate those lessons. Because I know then how I feel about a certain situation. And then that will give me the tools of how to better navigate certain situations. How is this resonating with you guys? This ultimately starts to become the safe space I build at my altar for self-awareness. It starts to become an anchor, a space where every time I visit my altar, I get recentered back to my truth. So when life's storms come, I am not swayed all willy-nilly. I have roots. And this is how we begin to listen to ourselves and how our intuition becomes second nature. So in our life, our career, our relationships, working with clients, any kind of inner healing work you're doing, right? Codependency, motherhood wounds, all the things. If we know who we are and we can stay centered in that space because we've taken the time to cultivate that space, our intuition lights up. And I shit you not, if I miss my altar time, I am not the same person. Yes, Rachel. So Rachel, go find a sit spot. So Rachel's in the comments saying I've had the less need to have my altar because she's in this amazing mountainy view. It's like spirit moved me into a home with an altar built by Creator. Yes, amazing. Yes, so you can have an altar or you can have, a sit spot outside. Really, it's space that you can come to over and over and over again because your body and your spirit will know what's about to happen when you're in that space. It's a safe space. It's a space for you to just be you. So how does this land for you? If you are feeling like you still are overwhelmed or confused, or you have questions about how to build that self-trust, how to build those boundaries, how to impart this self-love, I invite you to schedule a clarity call with me. In this space, we will start to unpack what is there for you and what are the top, pinpoint the top 3 blocks that are holding you back, and create an action plan to help you move forward right then and there on the call. Whether you work with me or not, I'm here to be of service so that you can get forward momentum, so you can start to call in the things, the life that you want to have. So if you're interested in that clarity call, drop a heart emoji and I will private message you. I will give you the link to the clarity call. But thank you. This is what I have for you guys today. I trust that it served you. Thank you for being patient with all the technological things. And thank you for witnessing me in my wholeness and not having to show up here perfect and with makeup on and with my hair done all nice, and I get to just be me. So I appreciate you guys for letting me do that. I appreciate myself for letting me do that. Let's see. I love you too, Rachel. Yes, Christine, I must learn to give myself grace and do what I can. Yeah, and anytime we feel like we're falling off, we can just get right back on the wagon. Wow, I'm having extreme deja vu right now. Wow, this is so weird. Timelines are merging. Because when we know ourselves, from that place is where we grow our power. We can't give it away if we know how to keep it safe, if we know how to tap into it. And only ourselves can determine our worth, can determine our value. and only us can show up to do the work. Mondays are my shadow work days, and they're non-negotiable. But I have to carve that out in my schedule or it doesn't happen. Yeah. All of your tools were in storage. Girl, did you get them out? Yes, set it up. Set it up. Love it. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for showing up. I'm going to be posting all of the upcoming events and all those things like that in this group for the last half of the year. Once again, my name is Boston. Thank you for showing up for yourself and for each other. And until next time, go out there and share your light with the world. Namaste.